Welcome back, Go Gunners family. Arsenal linked 25 years old agrees deal with City. Manchester City have agreed a deal to sign Marc Guéhi from Crystal Palace for a fee believed to be around £20 million, with the defender set to sign a 5.5-year contract. Arsenal had been linked with a move for Guéhi in this window, along with Liverpool, who of course tried to sign him at the last minute in the summer transfer window. City, however, having lost their two starting centre-backs, have moved to ensure that they are the team to pull him away from Palace mid-season, even though Pep Guardiola said that Ruben Dias will be back soon. David Ornstein on Blue Sky wrote, Man City in process of finalising deal to sign Marc Guéhi from Crystal Palace, £20 million plus bonuses and sell-on %. 5.5 years contract. #MCFC intensified pursuit after Gvardiol/Dias injuries, so #CPFC had to accept or lose 25 years old as free agent in summer. Arsenal had been linked with a move for Guéhi this month, along with Liverpool, who tried to sign him late in the summer window, and Bayern Munich. David Ornstein reported for The Athletic last week that Arsenal retained a long-standing interest in the centre-back, but more as a potential summer signing, with the club having discussed pursuing the transfer and making contact with the player's representatives. It would be understandable that Guéhi took one look at William Saliba and Gabriel already in place and determined that Arsenal was not the place for regular football. In addition, City were reportedly ready to match any offer the player would get in the summer, as well as offering a fee now, because they can do that sort of stuff. In what has been a bad day for Palace, manager Oliver Glasner also confirmed that he would leave the club at the end of the season when his contract expires. Calafiori's Arsenal return against Nottingham Forest unlikely despite Arteta's claims. Italy international Calafiori has missed the last 6 games across all competitions with Arsenal due to an unspecified muscle injury. Arsenal coach Arteta was asked on Friday whether Calafiori or any other Arsenal player currently in the treatment room had any chance to recover for the upcoming league fixture. Arteta's on Calafiori and injured Arsenal players. Mikel Arteta hopes some injured Arsenal players will recover for Saturday's away game at Nottingham Forest, but it's unlikely that Riccardo Calafiori will be part of the travelling squad. There might be, so I need to meet now with the medical staff, Arteta replied. We have a training session now and see if somebody is available for the weekend. Based on the Spaniard's previous claims, however, it seems unlikely that Calafiori will make the trip to Nottingham for Saturday's Premier League match. Speaking to the media specifically about Calafiori's condition earlier this week, Arteta had said, he's progressing, but I don't know when he'll return, he said. It might be a few weeks, but we don't know exactly when. London, England, October 4th. Riccardo Calafiori of Arsenal and Italy runs with the ball during the Premier League match between Arsenal and West Ham United at Emirates Stadium on October 4, 2025 in London, England. When fit, Calafiori has been a regular Arsenal starter this term, scoring 1 goal and providing 3 assists in 20 appearances across all competitions. Calafiori has made 3 appearances with the Italy national team under new coach Gennaro Gattuso, but missed the last 2 games against Moldova and Norway in November due to a hip injury. Calafiori a regular Arsenal starter. Arsenal are reportedly serious about signing Ayub Buwadi and have already taken concrete steps to strengthen their position ahead of potential rival interest. The Gunners view the youngster as a key target for the future and are eager to move swiftly, aware that several top clubs are also closely monitoring his situation. Arsenal move quickly amid strong competition. Buwadi is regarded internally as a player with significant long-term potential, which has prompted Arsenal to accelerate their plans. With competition intensifying, the club believe that early action is essential if they are to secure his signature. Paris Saint-Germain are among the sides pushing hardest, continuing their familiar strategy of attempting to keep top French talents within Ligue 1. The French champions have a strong record of persuading young players to remain in France, and their interest represents a serious challenge. Arsenal are aware that PSG's stature and recent history could appeal to the Lille teenager, making the race for his signature increasingly competitive. This has added urgency to Arsenal's approach as they look to strengthen their squad planning beyond the current campaign. For Arsenal, Buwadi is seen as someone who could significantly improve their options in the future. Ensuring the squad continues to evolve with high-potential players remains a priority at the Emirates, and this deal is considered particularly important as the club looks to maintain an edge over domestic and European rivals. Lille is open to negotiations. Recent developments suggest Arsenal have moved beyond initial interest. According to Star Sports, the Gunners have now taken formal steps with Lille to explore an agreement for Boadi. Discussions are understood to be at an early stage, but the move signals clear intent from Arsenal to get ahead of the competition. The report suggests the transfer could be planned for the summer, but Arsenal's immediate action is designed to position them favorably against other interested clubs. Lille are reportedly open to selling, provided their valuation is met, which encourages Arsenal as talks progress. In the coming days, Arsenal hope to make further advances in negotiations. While nothing has been finalized, their willingness to act decisively highlights how highly Boadi is rated by the club. Should they succeed, it would underline Arsenal's commitment to securing top young talent and strengthening their squad for the seasons ahead. Micah Richards has long been a familiar figure on television, where his football loyalties are frequently questioned and often teased by fellow pundits. Despite having progressed through the ranks at Manchester City and establishing himself at the club, Richards has consistently maintained that he is an Arsenal supporter, a stance that continues to attract attention whenever he appears in the studio. Richards' career and public perception. Richards built his reputation at Manchester City, where he earned his breakthrough and went on to play a significant number of matches before eventually moving on. His time at the club remains a defining chapter of his playing career, and it is a major reason why he is regularly involved in coverage of City matches as a pundit. Since retiring, he has forged a successful media career, working with several broadcasters and becoming known for his lively on-screen presence. However, his openness about supporting Arsenal has often placed him in awkward situations. He has repeatedly admitted that he follows the Gunners and has always considered himself one of their fans, a confession that has not gone down well with some Manchester City supporters. Given his background as a product of the City Academy, there is a belief among sections of the fan base that his loyalty should lie firmly with the club that helped shape his professional career, clarifying his loyalty. The issue has become even more pronounced in recent seasons as Arsenal and Manchester City have developed into major rivals at the top end of English football. This rivalry has ensured that Richards is frequently placed under the spotlight during broadcasts, particularly when covering matches involving either side, with colleagues often questioning or joking about where his true allegiance lies. Richards has now attempted to clarify his position and address the ongoing discussion around his loyalty. Speaking on the matter, as reported by City Extra, he said, "You know what, I'd like to right a few wrongs. I said, and if you look at programs when I was at Man City years ago, I always said I was an Arsenal fan." His comments suggest a desire to be consistent and transparent, reinforcing that his support for Arsenal is not a recent development but a long-held personal preference, despite his deep professional ties to Manchester City. Thanks for watching.